The system is web-based to allow access by all utilities in the countries through web browsers. You can browse the website and you start dealing with it as user, as operator, as utility, or as admin. The main modules is the country profiles, utility profile, operator profile, training courses and certifications, career paths, learning needs assessment, training evaluation, and training impact assessment. These are the general features of Aqua CIS. Aqua CIS, a web-based user interface, highly customizable to allow adding any numbers of courses, certifications, operators, utilities, and countries. Bilingual. It's for, we know the Maghreb region use French and Arabic, and the Middle East use English and Arabic. So somebody needs to use Arabic and English, so we try to let the system to be lingual. You can search through the websites for training courses, for operators, for utilities, or whatever you want to search for. Security. The security here in the system, when we start to work in the system and testing, we note that we have to separate. We made the super admin, it will be Aqua, and many sub-profiles for all country. There will be admin, and it will be the moderator of all the utilities, adding utility or operator or training. Notification, I'm going to talk a little bit about this notification. When the operator is going to ask for training, when he notes that there's a gap between the needs and the education or the خبرته يعني بالعربي experience, so the system can find which course he need to take and to fill this gap. So when he starts to do this, start to fill his information, then he will find that there's some supported features that help him find the main course that he need to take it. So he start to ask for this training, and the utility admin, the first pending approvals that will appear on the screen is the notification. That's for example, Sarah have asked about this training, and we can offer him this training after this point. Logging, we have more interface to log in through the system. This is the first, the main screen. When you enter the system, here we have username and password, the country. Each country has a different username and password. Even the super admin have another different for managing the website. This is going to be for the country profile, the main features. All country member profile can be viewed by any user. This will show accumulate information for all utilities in the country. The information shown included, not limited. For example, water wells, labs, water distribution network, etc. Any feature can be added later on. The country profile would be like this. We can add the country name, registration number. Each country have a unique registration number, different another than the other countries, and we start to mix it with the membership. So it's may different. Maybe our members have an offer for a training course, and we added Aqua membership ID. And the other all features are editable, can be added or deleted. Utility profiles of all utility companies and Aqua country members profiles can be viewed by user in part of the country where the utility is in. This will show information about the utility in the country. The information shown include but not limited to water wells, labs, the same thing. This is the utility profile, and it's similar to the country, but each country have different utility. They will appear as subtitles under the country. Operator profile, we can add in in his profile personal detail, education, history, certification, competencies, and career paths, which help us to find the gap between if as I said before, if this show has the gap, it's gonna be filled through the training course that we are offering. This is gonna be the page of the operator general information. We have the general personal contact information and qualification. After he fill his profile, he can proceeding to viewing the courses, the institutes and utilities, and who's the utility manager, etc. A jobs profile, Aqua CIS allow defining jobs for the water market and defining for the job that required, such as education, certification, training courses, and competencies, which allows the performing learning needs assessment on operators to check the gaps they have to fulfill and select their jobs. I mentioned this point before. This is going to be the job structure. Here we can see Ahmed. This is what in the testing page that I will show that we can add every course in such structure. We actually, Engineer Khaldun provide us with the great structure for the training courses. This is the job description for each job. We can code, job title, and the whole sets. We can see here the competencies, the selected competencies, and the available competencies, as we can screen, shown in the screen. And this is how he show the gap. And he can check the competencies and the available courses that will fill this gap. Training courses, this is mainly can be added by the country manager or the country admin, or the utility admin. The training course should be available, dates and time and institutes and the whole information to be added on the system later on, so can the operator check it later. Learning needs assessments. Aqua CIS all performing learning, there's a mistake here, needs assessment on an operator to find the required competencies, education and certification needed for a certain position. Once competencies gap are identified, the system will suggest the training course that will close this gap and allow enrolling the operator in the training course. Once certifications gap are identified, the system will suggest the certification. I mentioned this once. Once the operator takes a course successfully or finish the exam successfully, the gap will be closed. If we perform gap analysis again, and I would like to add this. I add this slide from the website. This for training course evaluation. After each course, we can create evaluation or questionnaire, and it will be provided for all the operators that follow the mentioned training, for example. That's it. I'd like to thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we started this morning by giving a broad overview of the project, of IWSMR project, and how Aqua and IWSMR are working together in partnership to implement Aqua's plans. Then we looked specifically at the certification information systems, some more detail on that. Now we're going to focus on another specific activity, and that's the regional operator certification training programs and our trainer-of-trainer activities. And for this, I'm going to ask two of my colleagues to present, Dua El-Karisha, who is our program coordinator at IWSMR, and then Ahmed Azam from Aqua. So if we could start with Dua to give an overview of these activities.
Thank you, Kim. Actually, my colleague Lena just gave us a deep description about our program and about the components. So I will take, go quickly to the components, and I want to focus talk about component 2. So IWSMR program component is to support aqua capacity building. Component 2, regional water and wastewater operator certification program, and the third one is utility training and leveraging best practices. So I'm going to talk about numbers actually, because my colleague talked a lot about these components. So actually, since I started working with IWSMR in July 2014, I started to work deeply with the TOT, Training of a Trainers program. Actually, our goal is to train 96 qualified trainers in water and wastewater operator certification. Till now, we trained 76 trainees so far. Actually, we are concerning, and we are it's important for us to have this training, because we want to have a well-qualified, well-trained, and well-skilled trainer for Aqua and also for the countries like Lebanon, West Bank. We did in Yemen and in Jordan. So then the utilities will have a pool of trainers, good trainers. So it will be easily for them to select the best of the best. So till now, we trained, as I said, 76 trainees. This is all about the TOT. The other thing we are doing is the rooftop, which is wastewater treatment plant operator. Actually, we did 2 rooftop, one in the West Bank, and we trained 24 trainees, and 24, but those who are past the exam is 23 trainees, because actually for the TOT and the rooftop, at the end of this training program, we have an exam conducted by SACA, Center of Accreditation and Quality Assurance. The second one for the rooftop is Yemen. We did it in Jordan. So it was 24 participants, and all of them are passed. The third subcomponent of the component 2 is after doing the TOT and rooftop, we will do a training impact assessment, the TIA. So we signed one a memorandum of understanding with Nablus municipality. So once we sign this memorandum, we start doing the TIA. So to monitor all the utilities, how they are doing for over 6 months, as my colleague said, Lena. So we are planning next to sign a memorandum of understanding with Yemen, Sana'a, to monitor their utilities, also to see also how they are doing with their indicators, the qualitative and quantitative indicators. So this is a brief description about the TOT and rooftop. Here are some numbers, how many training we did and for which countries. So actually, for the TOT, we have we've done to 5 countries in Amman, West Bank, Yemen, Egypt, Lebanon. And you can see through the numbers that the participation of females is well represented, which is very good. And most of the trainees are passed. This is for the TOT, and for the rooftop, we have 23 trainees participated in the rooftop in Nablus, and the second one was in Yemen. So also as you can see in the table, we have a good representation of women in Yemen, which is very good. 5 female out of 24. So this is a brief descriptions for the TOT and rooftop, and I will let Ahmed Azam to talk a little bit about these numbers and this table. So thank you very much.
Good morning to everybody. I'm sorry, I was asked by Mr. Kim to talk a little bit in Arabic language about these programs. So please, if you want, you can hear your within. Let me first start to talk about these programs, which my friend Dua Al-Khrisha talked about. And I am going also to talk about the coming programs in the future, which they are going to be held within 2 weeks or 2 months. Some of them, they are within 2 months. الواقع احنا عقدنا البرنامج الأول في شهر 5 في الأردن. العدد اللي شارك 24، لكن هي في بجوز مشكلة في نتيجة النجاح. لا، هو كان النجاح 100%، إلا أنه 2 من ال 24 تم منعهم من تقديم الامتحان لأنه كان نسبة الغياب عندهم أكثر من 20%، وهي رولز تتبعها مركز الاعتماد وضبط الجودة الأردني زائد أكوا. فبالتالي إذا كان هناك نسبة غياب, if the absence is more than 20%, they are not going to be allowed to attend the exam. That's why the number is 22 out of 22. فيما يتعلق بالويست بانك، نعم كان هناك 12 متدرب ونجح كامل 12 متدرب، ونتيجة للأوضاع التي كانت موجودة في الضفة الغربية تم عقد هذا البرنامج في الأردن وليس في الضفة الغربية. فيما يتعلق باليمن صنعاء، نعم تم عقد برنامج 12 متدرب، أيضا نجح 12 من 12 وكانت نسبة النجاح 100%. فيما يتعلق بالإيجيبت في المنيا، نعم توجهنا نحو المنيا وكان هناك مشاركين 18 مشارك من مصر من 6 محافظات في الجنوب وهي في الصعيد، وتم عقد هذا البرنامج في عروس الصعيد اللي هي المنيا. فيما يتعلق بلبنان أيضا تم عقد 12 برنامج من 12 مشارك وكان نعم نسبة النجاح 100%. فيما يتعلق بالركتب اللي هو في الوست بانك في نابلس، نعم تم عقده في نابلس، نعم اللي تقدم الامتحان 23 واحد تم اسقاطه لانه هو ما داوم وكانت نسبة الغياب عنده اكثر من 20%، فبالتالي اللي قدموا 23 واللي نجحوا 22 out of 23. فيما يتعلق باليمن ونتيجة للأوضاع أيضا التي يمر فيها اليمن الشقيق، تم نقل المتدربين من صنعاء وعدن إلى الأردن وتم عقده في مدينتين، في العقبة الإطار النظري وفي عمان الإطار العملي، لأنه تم زيارة العديد من محطات التنقية يعني التي تعمل ضمن نطاق البرنامج التدريبي. الآن عندنا 3 برامج تدريبية أخرى. الأول راح يعقد إن شاء الله ب 18 ل 22 في القاهرة في مصر. 8 أشخاص راح يكونوا من ال 16 اللي راح يتدربوا من مصر، و8 كان من المفروض يكون 2 موزعين على دول المغرب، الجزائر، تونس وليبيا. ونتيجة لعدم الترشيح من قبل ليبيا والمغرب تم إضافة 2 لكل بلد، الجزائر وتونس، وبالتالي صار عندنا 4 من تونس و4 من الجزائر و8 من مصر. سيتم عقده إن شاء الله في القاهرة في 18 واحد، يعني بعد أسبوع إن شاء الله. هناك عندنا أيضا برنامجين اللي هو الركتب، كما تم عقده في الوست بانك واليمن، كون هذه البلدان اعتبروها هي يعني زي بايلوت اريا. سيتم عقده إن شاء الله في لبنان في بداية إما في نهاية شهر 2 أو في بداية شهر 3. بجزء العدد اللي موجود في الأردن 24، بس بحب أني أنوه أنه كان هناك البابليك سيكتور، البرايفت سيكتور والان جي اوز لتوسيع قاعدة المشاركين والمتدربين. وهؤلاء ال 96 اللي مرينا عليهم هم راح يكونوا pool of trainers for Aqua and IWSMR in the future. في عندنا أيضا TOT راح يتم عقده في الأردن، وسيتم التركيز أكثر على اللي بيسموها الكريتيريا لحتى إنه يكون عندنا بايلوت أو خلينا نقول pool of trainers good qualified or qualified trainers in the future. Thanks for all, and I hope you will ask more our colleagues, those who will be seated over there. Thanks a lot. And Aqua brochures of certification programs. It is all, I think it is with every one of you because it was already kept in the bag. And if you do need any question or if you want to ask about any things, we are ready to answer it during the what they call conference days. Thanks a lot again.
Please wait here if you can help field questions if you come in. Okay, thank you very much. Again, I'm Kim Shelsby, the director of the IWSMR program. So we gave you an overview of the whole program and how we're working with Aqua. We talked about the certification information system in some detail, and we talked about the training and the trainer-of-trainer programs. So we'll open it up now to questions, and if we have questions in Arabic, I'll ask my colleague Ahmed to help field those questions. Yes?
Thanks very much. I'm impressed with the program, and I see a lot of output indicators, which sometimes doesn't give a real feel of how it touched individual people or organizational efficiencies. So can you give any anecdotes about people that actually benefited through these twinning programs, or how one utility was able to improve its non-revenue water because of its liaison with another utility that was really good at that kind of thing? Do you have any examples of that kind of impact felt by people?
Yeah, I'll turn to my colleagues to let them to see if we have specific examples they want to speak to. But let me just say that the twinning programs are really just beginning, and really what we're doing over the next 9 months of the project is sort of starting to establish those relationships and lay the foundation for what's going to happen in the days ahead.
Thank you.
Engineer Khaldoun.
This project actually, it's a continuation of a previous project. That's the OMT program for the Jordan water sector. And after finishing that, there was a gap period that what we'll do with this big investment. It was a $6 million project. At the end, it was decided by all parties that an NGO like Aqua will continue to try to market this in the Arab region. Then this project came as a regional project with USAID. The main aim of this is to have, at the end, a regional training, a certification program applicable for all the countries. Besides that, we also managed to certify other training programs with another international companies like S3 and GIZ or etc. Now, designing, implementation of the project, first of all, we accredit all these projects in the beginning from SACA, which depends, about ABC and other California Sacramento Water Office. Then we start making train the trainers. Now we'll have training programs, certified one. We have trainers from all the Arab countries. And these are 2 pilot projects which we have done. One in Palestine and one for Yemen. There will be another one for Lebanon. And we also will train some people to develop the training program. Now, needing results or assessment for this training, there is a criteria has been done. And the agreements with Nablus and with Sana'a, it's a part of that. Till now, we are going to estimate to see